Hey everybody, how you guys doing? We are live here on Instagram. I'm head coach of the Purdue cheerleaders, Steve Solberg, and this is my awesome assistant coach, Nicole Smith. And we are live here to kind of just answer some questions and also kind of talk to you guys about what is currently going on and kind of just, a big thing is just kind of give you a coach's perspective of what's going on right now with college cheerleading, basically with everything with the coronavirus and kind of how we're planning out our tryout process, or I guess lack thereof, now that we do know that Purdue University is going completely online to the end of semester, so we will not be able to have a live tryout. And for us, just like a lot of other schools, we do have a May 1st priority deadline. So a lot of incoming freshmen have to make a decision if they're coming to Purdue by May 1st. So, we have a couple of options. We could try to keep the live tryout a go, knowing that it's going to be well past the May 1st deadline, or we got to try to do something a little different. Nicole and I have had a lot of talks. I've had some talks with our administration in regards to what we can do to, I guess for me, it's about serving the kids, serving those that are coming, that are interested. I do understand that, I always preach it from the beginning, the first time I meet them. You should always pick the school for the school. But ultimately, sometimes making or joining the cheerleading team is the kind of that final aspect that they want to know in regards to if they're going to come to Purdue or not. And I completely respect that and I understand that. And so, we've decided that, we got to try to do something before May 1st to let some of those incoming possible freshmen know that we would like them to be a part of our program. And so that, if they aren't offered a spot before May 1st, they could possibly go look at a different team, which is completely understandable. That's the thing is, again, we're here to serve the kids, to serve these athletes, and I think the best way to do that is to make sure that, if they know they're not going to be a Purdue Boilermaker cheerleader, then they have a decision to make. Do they still want to come to Purdue? Or if they really want to be a collegiate cheerleader, then they can obviously look at other options before that May 1st deadline that a lot of schools have. Nicole, do you have anything else you want to add about that?
Boiler up.
Yeah, that's Nicole for you. But I do know that you can ask questions, so feel free to ask questions. Nicole is kind of looking, and if you have any questions, she'll write them down, and we'll try to cover that before we go. But just to kind of show you guys what we do, so we've always done the bid process. You need to get a tryout invitation, and you get that by coming to one of our clinics. February clinic was a huge one. We had over 120 athletes that came to that one. Very good clinic. We also had a July and August clinic. And so we did give out a lot of tryout invitations. Obviously, that does not mean that they are for sure coming, but we did give out a lot of invitations. But also already a handful have already let us know that they're not coming to Purdue, which I completely respect and understand, which obviously helps us out. Now, with the whole coronavirus impact on the whole world, and especially with the cheer world and everything, and the sporting world in general, we have to adjust to the times. And again, we're looking at doing a joint video / kind of looking at our previous notes type of situation here. And I'll actually show you real quick kind of what I'm talking about. So when you come to one of our clinics, we really pride ourselves in trying to make sure everybody gets notes taken on them. Obviously, especially if you're a senior in high school, we are really, really, really trying to get a lot of good notes on you. And I'll just show you kind of general, what I'm talking about here. But as you can see, we do take a lot of notes on people. Where they're from, their skills. And we really do take those notes to heart. We really try to, hey, Hannah, Indiana 5, thanks for the boiler up, appreciate that. But, we really try to take a lot of notes on our incoming seniors, possible freshmen. And I'm glad we do, because ultimately we're in a situation where we're going to actually have to try to select our team as best we can based on notes, based on videos, and just based on previous things that we've seen. Nicole, do you have anything you want to add on that?
No, I think we do a good job at clinics to really be real and honest with our people looking for a bid, and we try to make sure that we give attention to every single person that walks in the door. And this is a perfect example of why it's important that we do that. I think everybody that knows me knows I pride myself in my very detailed, honest notes that I have. We did not display mine, but we're going to be going through them and just doing the best we can to base it off of what we know. The unfortunate part is there's some people that we've never seen, and that is why I preach to younger athletes, get to the clinics as early as your freshman year to let these people know that you're serious, that you're interested, and it puts something in their brains. And like I said, now is a perfect example of why that was important.
To piggyback off of Nicole, for anybody that's watching right now, if you are not a high school senior or you are not a high school junior going to be a senior, you're an 8th grader, a 9th grader, a 10th grader, it doesn't matter. Get to clinics. I cannot express that enough. We literally have pulled together notes from the last 2 years of clinics that we've had. We have a spreadsheet of all the people that we're trying to look at, and we're just looking at notes. How many times do they come to our clinics? Because ultimately, I understand the all-star competition schedule gets super crazy for very competitive high school teams that are leading up to like UCA or NCAA high school nationals, things like that. Or, as I call them, the really crazy kids that do both high school and all-stars. I mean, it is hard. It is very hard to make it to a clinic. But ultimately, the bottom line is this. If you're truly interested in a program, you're going to make it work. You're going to get to a clinic. You're going to make a campus visit. You're going to get to a game. And ultimately, that's kind of what we're going off of. Now, that's not to say that absolutely sometimes we get some athletes that come to a clinic late. It's the only thing that works, and that's great. Ultimately, what we're going to do is this, we have a combination, obviously, of our returners and incoming freshmen. I've already sent out a mass email to a lot of high school seniors, but what we're going to do is it's going to be a combination of video, and we actually will be doing some FaceTime interviews. We want to talk to kids about how serious they are about Purdue, because ultimately this is it. I always say that tryouts is the most exciting time because we're always really excited about the next year. But it's also one of the most heartbreaking because we do make cuts. And, as I say at every clinic when I talk about tryouts, when I talk about cuts and things like that, is simply, not every qualified person who applies for the job gets the job. That's impossible. That's not realistic. Even though you're qualified doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get the job, just because you're qualified. The most qualified, the best qualified people are going to get that job. And so that's ultimately where we're at is, we're going to try to select the best people based on what we know of them, what we can see of them. And we tell our returners this all the time. Your tryout, every year started the day you made the team. We take into account how your previous season went, how your previous seasons went, personal things, academics, we just, everything, we look at everything, and we say it all the time, like your advantage as a returner is we know you, but also your disadvantage as a returner could be that, well, we know you. In our situation here with not being able to do a live tryout before May 1st in our deadline, and not being able to see how these incoming freshmen work with our current people, we're in a different situation here. So if you are watching right now, and you are an incoming freshman, and you have been admitted or deferred is also our wait list to Purdue, and you want to try out for a program, we are taking video submissions. All right. Now, we completely understand with the coronavirus, gyms have shut down for at least a week or two. Some people just may not feel comfortable in regards to getting a group of people to stunt, things like that. This is what we're going to say. If there is a way that you are able to get a stunt group and you feel comfortable with that, we would obviously love to see that. Again, I've sent that email out, but if you want to get that email, please send me a direct message here on our account at Boulder Spirit, and I am happy to send you an email with what we're looking for on a video. However, again, if you are not able to get a stunt group together, or I've gotten a couple emails from current high school kids who simply were very honest, said, our team doesn't do these skills you're asking for, or I don't think we're capable of doing those skills. Completely understand that. We will take videos, previous competitions. That's a big one. We would love to see you perform. We would love to see 2 or 3 of your routines that you competed, whether that be at nationals or state or even a local competition, something like that. We love to see you perform and compete. Just tell us, obviously, who you are on the mat, and we would love to take a look at that. If you have any previous videos from the last 2 years, all right, tumbling videos, stunting videos, jump videos, dancing videos, and performance-type based videos, we would love to see that, okay? We are going to make it very known and very, very clear that, since we are going to be trying to pick our roster based on videos, all right, we are reserving that first practice weekend, whenever that may be, that skills that we took you on from the video, if you don't have those skills that first practice weekend, then your position on the team is going to be up for debate. So do not show skills that you do not have or that you do not have on a dead floor. Okay, that's another thing. If you have it on a spring floor, that's great. Make sure you have it on the dead floor. That is stuff that we will want to see that first practice weekend. All right, we understand stunting may come around. It's going to take a little bit because we weren't able to bring you in. But again, we really want to make a decision before May 1st because, again, we want to serve everybody the best we can. And if we don't think you're going to be selected for our program or that we don't think you're going to make our program, we want to do the best that we can to make sure that if you are looking at another school, that you can go try out for that other school or looking at that other school if cheerleading is something that you want to be a part of. Nicole, anything about the video?
Yeah, one thing that I think we all can do right now, since we're all stuck in our homes and we all have our phones, is everybody has an Instagram or a Facebook, or I prefer not TikTok. Post videos. I know when we're trying to rack our brains through hundreds of kids that have come through our clinics the last 2 years, we look up on social media and we want to be able to see cheer videos, not just outfit videos. So if you guys could post any videos that you have, your team, if you could zoom in, anything that will show something, because essentially we have to make a decision based on what we know. And if we don't know a whole lot, it's hard for us to make a decision.
In regards to trying to get a hold of the coach, again, kids don't use email a lot anymore. They use the social media, which is totally fine. We've adjusted to that at times also. Send us a direct message on Instagram. Make sure that we can see what you can do. Make a try. Oh, yep, no, that's a good. Nick Carr, thank you very much, one of our current members, with a very good idea right there. Make a tryout story on your Instagram highlight, and then we can easily watch that. It's a very good idea, Nick. Thank you very much. Another good way to get us a skills video, which I think would be a really good thing. So thank you, Nick, for that. Appreciate it, buddy. But again, I cannot harp this enough. We want to see skills that you're going to throw and hit at that first practice weekend. Right now, our first practice weekend for the summer is May 16, 17. The way things are going, I have a feeling that's probably going to get postponed or canceled. We're probably not going to be able to practice till June if I'm a betting man here. But we'll see. But again, that first practice weekend, we're going to expect to see those skills that we took you on from that video. If you don't have those skills in that video, I'm just being very upforward that your position on the team may be in question. And also, please keep in mind, we are going to be going to be cutting people. All right, we are going to be cutting people in regards to this program. So, you're not doing anybody any favors by showing us a video from 4 years ago when you used to have a beautiful full, and now you don't have a full anymore. And then we cut somebody, taking you thinking you have this skill, and then all of a sudden you don't have the skill, and then we have a very awkward conversation with you. So please don't put yourself and please don't put us as a coaching staff in that situation. But that is the tryout process we're going to do. Anybody that we do not select, we will definitely let you know by mid-April. We are going to go forward with our normal dates in terms of our deadline. So our normal tryouts were April 10 and 11. That's Easter, Friday, Saturday. Nicole and I will be chit-chatting. We're going to set the video date for that April 10th. So April 10th will be the last day we'll look at videos. And then based on all the videos we get, all the emails, And then again, we are going to be reaching out to some people for a FaceTime interview. We are going to talk to you face-to-face via phone, via technology, and kind of talk to you about not only our program, but the most important thing is, how interested are you in Purdue University? All right, we understand there's a lot of great places out there to choose from. There's a lot of great places for you to choose from. And we're just honored and very blessed that you would consider a place like Purdue and to be a part of our program. But we want kids all in. You know, they want to come to Purdue. They want to be a Purdue Boilermaker. And you know, kind of what we go from there. So that will be part of the process also. But again, April 10th will be the last day that we're going to take a look at videos. And we will make our final decision by that following Wednesday, which is April 15th, I believe. April 15th is that day that we will make our final decision and do our best to select a program and select a team based on just what we know of our returners and the videos that we've been able to see and people that have shown interest. If you have never been to one of our clinics, okay, and I just showed Nicole a list. We had about 8 or 9 people email me immediately that have never been to a clinic, but we're planning on coming to the April clinic. I'm just going to be very honest with you. You have a lot of catching up to do. You know, we have built rapport. We have built relationships with people who have come to our clinics multiple times already. And obviously, since we've met them before, number one, they've shown us they're interested in Purdue. And number two, we've seen them live. Okay, so if you are a person that has not come to a clinic ever, make sure you're showing us everything you can on your videos, all right, in regard, again, competition videos, performance videos, stunting videos, tumbling videos. Again, nothing more than a couple years old, and again, don't show us skills you don't have anymore. I just cannot express that enough. I think that's the third time I've talked about it. So do not do that. Nicole?
We have some questions that we posted on here. Someone asked if we have a new skill that we just got, but we can't show it now because the gyms are closed. If it's a skill that you cannot do in your backyard, I mean, keep in mind, we cheer at football games and we require fulls on the football field. So if it's not a skill that you are comfortable with throwing outside in your backyard under safe circumstances, then don't include it. If you don't have old videos to scrounge up, I mean, it is what it is when we're in this situation. If you can't get into a gym, which this kind of addresses another one, we don't know when gyms will open back up. So my advice is find the videos that you can. If you have a basement and you can do some tucks, try to do that. A huge thing that I always preach at our clinics is the fight song. If you guys can record yourself doing the fight song, performing it with a tuck, that would be very, very, very important. If you can show us that you can do some tucks in your backyard or in your basement safely, or if you have videos from this past year that you can put together, that's what we're going to have to base it on. Unfortunately, we can't just take your word, hey, I have a standing full, unless we can see it somehow.
And to piggyback off that with a question that was just asked, you know, does Hail Purdue need to be included in the video? We would love that, obviously. What I will be doing is I will be sending out a video link to Hail Purdue. If people could learn to do that with the standing back tuck. Obviously, if you cannot get a stunt group or you don't have a stunt partner, then obviously, you know, just do the tuck and the motions. But yes, I will be sending that out to all current high school seniors that have expressed interest in trying out. You will get a video link included, and I will make sure that you get a link to Hail Purdue so you have a chance. But will it be required? No. But will you be required to know Hail Purdue when you show up for that first practice weekend? Absolutely. Yes, you will need to know that. Yeah, very, very well. And then we'll pick it apart and make it nice and pretty.
Someone asked if we would like you in tryout attire. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Get game day hair and makeup. We post a million pictures of how our girls do their hair and makeup on social media, so I would recommend looking at those and trying to look your best. I'm sure everyone's got plenty of time to get all dolled up.
Yes, and it doesn't have to be the tryout attire in regards to the black tank top, black shorts. You can wear anything Purdue. That is totally fine. Obviously, do not wear any other colors besides black or gold or white. And obviously do not wear any other colleges or schools. Either keep it a simple black and gold attire or just Purdue. In regards to the video, somebody asked, they obviously had got the, from Allie, got an email from me. Is there still a 5-minute limit on the video? No, there will not. If you're just showing skills, yes, 5-minute limit. If you are going to include, obviously, performances, then no. Obviously, if you're going to send us, 2 to 4 performances you've done with your team, obviously we're talking 2.5 minutes, then obviously we're talking you're going to go over the 5-minute mark. But just skills, yes. I mean, 5 minutes is actually pretty long, and so 5 minutes is a lot of skills you'd be showing. But if you're also including videos of your competitions that you perform with your team, then yes, you can go over that. Oh, Kelsey, thanks. Appreciate that. Love you too.
I did see a question earlier that someone said, does returners have to send in videos? They are more than welcome to, but they have been judged every second since we met them, so they don't need to.
Any video, any new skills that you may have gotten or you've worked on at open gyms, Nicole and I say it all the time. Send us videos. Happy to look at them. Happy to critique them. But no, returners do not have to send a video. But yes, if you do have any new skills that you've been working on or have been working on, because obviously we upped the ante a little bit this year in regards to skills. So I will say this, 3rd and 4th years returning, the extended hand-to-hand and or the back handspring full-up. Obviously with the whole situation we're in, getting to the open gyms and getting in as much as you wanted to is not going to happen. But if you do have any videos that at least shown that you were working on that, I would appreciate that, because those were 2 skills that I did tell you guys to work on. So I would appreciate that if there was any at least evidence that you were working on those skills.
Clinic in July.
Oops, sorry about that. Clinic in July, very good call. Yes, as of right now, we are planning on still having our July and August clinics. The July clinic right now is July, can you pull up a calendar real quick? I think it's July 25th, Saturday. Would be that one. Yes. So, Saturday, July 25th will be our stunt and tumble clinic. And then our Get Recruited clinic will be August 29th, Saturday, August 29th. As of right now, we do plan to have those. Hopefully the whole coronavirus situation has been cleared up to that point where we are allowed to have these larger groups and go back to, as I would say, normal life. But yes, July 25th, August 29th. Those are our 2 summer and fall clinic dates that we are tentatively going for, depending on the whole situation of the country right now.
How do we submit videos?
How do we submit videos? Number 1, as suggested by one of our guys, Nick, if you would like to make an Instagram tryout story that you give myself and Nicole access to, or at least the Boiler Spirit account so that we can watch that, that's number 1. Number 2 is to create a private YouTube link that you would create. Obviously, it's private. You can email that to myself, and then I'll share it with Nicole, and then we can review videos that way. Or number 3 is to upload and create a Dropbox link that, again, you would email to myself or send to me through Instant Messenger here for Instagram, and then I can look at it that way also. So, again, either an Instagram story that you can share, a private YouTube link, or a Dropbox link.
Letter of recommendations.
Yes, letter of recommendation, we would still like those if possible, and you can email that to me directly. Again, my email is all over, but is S. Solberg, so SSOLBERG at purdue.edu. Feel free to email me your letters of recommendation.
Combine clinic.
Oh, yes, I will be there. That's a very good question. Again, yes, I will be at the Combine Clinic again, as long as it's still a go, in Louisville in mid-June. I will be there. I will also be at the Ohio Combine in mid-June, the week before. So I'll be at both of those. If If any postponed bigger cheerleading events are rescheduled into the summer, I will try to make those also. But yes, I will be at both combine events in June, including the Louisville one in mid-June there. Any other questions that were asked?
No. Any other questions you guys have?
If you have any questions, feel free to type them up. We'll give a couple more minutes here for any other questions. But again, just to recap, number one, all I can say is we as college coaches for all sports, number one, I just want to say to any seniors that are not able to number one, compete at NCAA college nationals, which is I do believe the right decision to be made, but just heartbreaking for those athletes who I feel for. Any Worlds athletes, Summit athletes, things like that. For all those seniors, just remember that you put in a ton of hard work, and that the important thing is that everybody's healthy, that everybody stays healthy, and just know that the life lessons you learn from being a part of a team and from cheerleading is the most important thing, and those are the things that really matter. And just know that the journey's not over in regards to life. You've gotten better from this situation, and just know that it was your teammates, your coaches, family, friends, all those people that love you and support you. Those are the important things in life, and those are the important things of this whole journey that we take in cheerleading and going through the nationals or worlds process. I do see we got a couple more questions. How many letters? 2. We'd like a minimum of 2 letters recommendation. One from a coach and one from a teacher, if possible. And physicals, yes. So in regards to tryouts, we do need all that paperwork, and you can email that to me, or you can fax it. If you are more comfortable with that, I can obviously get you the fax number to our office if you would rather do it that way. But we need a sports physical in the last 12 months that has cleared you of physical activity. The big thing that I stress to everybody is a sickle cell test. We need that. That is an NCAA regulated thing. And even though we're not an NCAA sport at Purdue University, in regards to physicals and stuff, all athletes need to be that. So again, we need a sickle cell test. And then, again, everything else is in the link that I've emailed out to a lot of seniors. And again, if you do not have that, feel free to message me, reach out to me, and I can get you all that paperwork. That all the questions? Mm-hmm. Awesome. Well, I saw we were up to over 60 people at one time. So again, I thank you all
Very smart decision joining us today.
Yeah, appreciate that for our first live stream. But again, I just want to reiterate. Number one, we are going ahead and we are going to select our team before May 1st. We're going to select our team. Was that April 15th, I said?
April 10th was the last day for videos.
Yes, April 10th is the last day for videos. That would have been our normal tryout date, is April 10th. Okay. And then April 15th. April 15th, we will select our team via videos from incoming freshmen and just obviously evaluation of our returners. Freshmen and returners who are not selected for next year's team will be contacted directly by us. Incoming freshmen will be informed via email. And any returners who do not make it, we will be giving phone calls to. We would be happy to talk to you about that quick. And then, again, that, number one, gives time for people to commit to Purdue by that May 1st. But also, if you do not make the program, it gives you time to look at other programs to try out for and to possibly look at another school. Again, that's the most important thing for us, is we want to make sure that we serve all of you and make sure that you have the best opportunity to know exactly what school you should go to. Again, I'm a big preacher on this. You should not select your school 100% based on cheerleading, although I know some people do. But you shouldn't be doing that. But I do understand that cheerleading is a part of your decision. And so I'm happy to obviously try to help you with that to make sure that you can do the best you can to decide finally what school that you would like to go to. I see we had a couple of extra questions pop up here. When you're doing FaceTime interviews, we will be doing those after Easter. So Easter is April 12th, which means Monday, April 13, and Tuesday, April 14 is when I'll be reaching out about setting up a FaceTime time and date for that. I'll also probably be reaching out before that. I mean, ultimately, as I receive your videos, I'm going to be setting up these FaceTime one-on-ones and talks. Will you be doing any more live streams regarding possible? Yes, I will try to. I hope people enjoyed this. I hope people found this very informative. And I can't guarantee I'll always be with Nicole. I drove up here to Indianapolis to be with Nicole to talk about tryouts, to start getting a first round of teams selected. But obviously we got a lot of videos to go over and a lot of things to review, and you know, some things that we have to work through. And obviously, like I said, you know, just yesterday Purdue made the decision that we're going online for the rest of the semester. So that's obviously going to prevent us from having any type of in-person contact, I think, in regards to our returners even. So again, for whatever coaches select and whatever coaches want to do, please know, everybody, like we're doing the best we can. All coaches are really doing the best that we can in the situation we are in. People may not like the video process. People may not like the fact that we may select a person or two that we've never met before. They just had a really good video. And yeah, I mean, we may, straight up, we may get burnt on it. We may have made a wrong decision about some people. But again, that's why we're making it very clear. If you are showing us stuff on video that you do not have that first practice weekend, then we will pull that roster spot from you. We have that right to pull that roster spot from you. So again, do not show anything you do not have on the dead floor. Okay. But ultimately, as a coach, that's all we can do. You know, again, I personally, again, I don't want to wait after May 1st with our deadline to have a tryout, because I do know for a handful of people whether or not they make the cheer team is that final decision to come here, and so or possibly go somewhere else. And so we want to be able to make sure that we give everybody that opportunity to make sure they have every opportunity to them to be able to go. So. That's it. Again, Nicole and I really appreciate you guys joining in, and I think this went a lot better than we expected, which is awesome. Nicole thought maybe we'd have 5 people, but obviously we had a lot more, and hope you found it informative. And yeah, again, if any big changes happen, I'm happy to do some live streams, and happy to try to get you guys more information. Be on the lookout on Instagram and all of our social media for any information. Nicole, anything you want?
Well, good luck, everyone. Stay sane out there.
Yes, stay
flip in your backyard.
Yeah, stay in shape. Future current team members, stay in shape. Stay in shape.
We miss you too.
All right, we do. I actually am having withdrawals. I'm really missing everybody. I
wouldn't go that far.
I really am. I haven't seen my team in weeks, and I'm not going to see them for a few more weeks, which is totally crazy.
They miss me drastically.
Other than that, everybody, thank you all very much. And we just please keep on the lookout for any updates. Thank you all very much, and as always, boiler up.